morning. Today I want to walk you through our Tesla. It's been 1 month since we've gotten it, and I'm here at my ugly detached garage. Don't judge. But this is where we keep it. It's the first vehicle we've kept in this garage. So let's take a look at it and let's see the things I like and a few of the things I don't like about it in 1 month of ownership. So as you can see, our garage has mainly been used for storage and our lawnmower. And just recently, this was all pretty much full of stuff here. You can see what Brittany does, which is pretty genius. She likes to walk, because we have some mud here, walk with shoes, switch them out, put these in and out so she doesn't get the car dirty. But we have it rigged here. It's charging through the unused gym equipment, and right now it is charging. So this is what we call trickle charging. All right, it is early morning here and it's 6:49 a.m. I keep looking at myself. I need to learn to look here at y'all. But you can see the lighting is pretty decent in here, the dome lighting. It looks a lot lighter in person than on the camera. We still have our camping stuff back there because we are going camping very soon, actually, later this week. So some of the things I love about this car is, of course, that we could charge it at home, even though it's a slower charge because we only have the 110 outlet in the garage right now, or 120 outlet. It's about 5 miles per hour. So when we come home and we have 12 hours here, we're sleeping and just spending the evening, we'll get, a 60-mile charge. And she came home pretty late last night at like 40%, and it's at 61% charged right now. So here, as you can see, you could toggle between the percentage and then the range by tapping. Well, there we go. So we have 165 estimated range here, and you can see we're charging. So she added 30 miles of range since last night. Right now we're pulling 117 volts from the outlet. My favorite thing about the car is that while we're sleeping, it's kind of refueling. And so far we haven't noticed a big impact on our electric bill. I think why our electric bill has risen is because it is hot and our ACs are running non-stop throughout most of the day and evening. So my second favorite thing is probably going to be these panoramic roofs. They're in 2 sections. They do have a rollover bar between them in the Model 3. The Model Y has 1 piece of glass, I believe. I do like it. It is tinted. It does, however, get very hot in the midday sun or the heat of the day. We are ordering like pop-up shades that we could put there while we're sleeping or just driving, so the AC doesn't have to work as hard to keep the cabin cool and while it's parked in the sun, because unfortunately it's probably better parking Teslas in the sun or away from the trees here in Florida. So many of these trees here in Florida have a lot of sap and things that just drop down continuously, branches, sticks. I think we'd rather park it in the open or in the garage. Third thing I really like about this car is, of course, the navigation, and it is integrated with the supercharger network, or it's Google Maps. But I do love the entertainment and the navigation display here. Like the whole kind of central nerve of the Tesla is this kind of display here with all that's where your options are, all your settings. You do have some switches on the steering wheel here that you can customize, and volume and whatnot. You do have a wiper control, blinker control, and drive reverse control on the steering wheel. It is a little tricky to get used to the wipers and stuff. It's not like a standard car. After 30 something years of driving, my brain automatically just assumes I can click this thing and it's going to work. It is a little different, but I like the central display and the settings. It's just it's very sleek. I like it. I think it's one of the main selling points, I think, on the Tesla is how everything's so customizable. So for instance, it's customizable. You can switch between drivers. So right now I'm on my setting. When you hit that, everything changes. I'll switch mine again and you can see the steering wheel changes and the seat moves. So that's pretty nice, and it will automatically do that. We're coming back to the car with our cell phones. You have to be on Bluetooth. The car will recognize you and automatically have your settings in place before you get in the vehicle, which is very nice. But again, that's probably my third favorite thing. My favorite is the charging, and then I love this rooftop. It's very nice to have that light. Right now I'm in the garage, so it is kind of dark in here. I'm gonna sit by the slide a little bit. Probably my number 4 favorite thing in this vehicle is the seats themselves. They both are electronically controlled on either side, the front seats or the driver's side, and you can tilt the seat bed like where you sit. You can raise the whole thing up and down. I love the tilt. I love the go all the way down and then tilt up, and you can of course customize the back tilt this way, and then you can move the whole seat and everything forward and backward, just like most moderately luxury vehicles can do that. A lot of times the passenger won't do that, but it's nice that the passenger seat can do that. And again, the driver's side is saved per the driver settings, so that's nice. Once you get it to where you like to go, you're good to go. You can also do like settings for like a long distance trip that you want to like toggle between your regular city driving and your long distance driving, which is pretty nice. But these seats are the most comfortable seats I have ever sat in. I'm not lying about that. For being in such a low vehicle, the seats make up for that, because I have a very long body and a big body, but I am extremely comfortable when driving in this vehicle, and I never have like, okay, I got to get out and stretch my back. Everything feels supported in the right way, which is perfect. So I really love the seats. The back seats are very comfortable too. They do not adjust like these, however. You can tilt them, I believe, a little bit, but they are also comfortable. Really good cushion on them, and they feel like a sturdy cushion, like they're not going to kind of get all kind of loose inside the feeling as the months and years go on. But I really love the leg room with the seating as well, which is nice. Like right now I am fully extended, and I am 6'3". I weigh quite a lot too, but the car seems to take my body pretty well, and I receive the car pretty well. That's probably I don't know the number anymore, but that's one of my favorite things. So with that, I'm gonna get into a few of the things I don't really like, which they're not really that bad. It's not like I regret this purchase, but really with the seats come the height of the vehicle. As being taller, I'm used to getting into my truck or getting into our Kia Soul or other cars we've had. Vehicles have been higher up, more SUV stuff, and this is a low sedan, and a lot of you are already sedan drivers, so you're kind of used to it. But getting in and out for somebody of my size is not the easiest or the most picturesque, I guess, to people watching. But once you're in it, you're like in a cocoon that is like comfortable, almost like a gaming chair, like for, you could just really get it to hug your body perfectly. But the low down of it, it does kind of hinder me getting in and out seamlessly or effortlessly, I would say that. So I do not like that. But I mean, again, this is a car, not an SUV, so comes with that in all brands. Another thing I don't like is how scared we are to use the vehicle, because in a way, like to live in it or to really, we do have like the camping stuff back there, but we've been very careful with this car, maybe because of the price point. And we've heard such things like the paint it doesn't really get as hard as most paints for some reason. I don't know, I need to research why. So it's more prone to nicks and chips and whatnot. So we still haven't got the vehicle wrapped or protected in the front for long distance. We're looking into that. But we're also just scared to we don't really eat in the car. I did the other day, but I was holding everything. We don't put our drinks in here if we can. We try to keep water only. Whereas the other cars, from the moment we got them, we broke them in fairly quickly with the dogs. And I think only one dog has ridden in this vehicle, and he had to be restrained because he was quite bad in it when we left. We watched him. We put on the dog mode, and he was just on every seat, tapping at the windows, and we were nervous about his nails scratching. So we had to put him into a little like travel crate, I guess you would call it. And then we put him down here on the floor of the passenger side. And it was actually better for him because he was calmed down. He couldn't see outside, and he didn't have that anxiety. So he quit that pacing looking for us. We're kind of scared to like just relax in the vehicle and treat it how we would any other vehicle. Maybe that's a good thing, because it has still has that very new car feeling and smell after 1 month. We've taken it camping. We're very careful. We got good floor mats and stuff, which I'll link those in the description. They're on Amazon and they're very comparable to the, I don't want to say the name, but another brand that costs almost $400 for the full suite of floor mats, front mats, and the back mat for the back behind the seats, the trunk. These were only about $119, and the other brand charges $400 and almost $500. So we almost did that because they're supposed to be the best. They're like laser measured, but these are perfect and they're waterproof and they have lips around them. So if you do spill liquid in them, they will contain that liquid. That's the kind of thing I kind of don't like about this vehicle, is I'm scared to fully use the vehicle as I should. Teslas are hardy vehicles. I feel like they can live up. The quality inside is that which you could fully put your arm on here every day and not have it like wear out. We are ordering a cover for this too. It's just in my head kind of thing. Both of us actually, but we're kind of scared to fully realize the potential of the Tesla Model 3. I will say that. Other thing I don't like is this. We ordered this from Amazon, and because the charging stuff is in here. We keep the wipes here to wipe down the seats, but the charging cords are in here. The ports, the USB-C, which this right here is plugged in. There's 2 of them, and then it brings it up here, so then you have the capability. We are living in the car. We got some stuff in there, but you have the capability here to charge your stuff, and you can turn this on and off. That light doesn't draw much energy, so it pretty much just stays on. So we have the USB and then USB-C. It looks like these are the fast charging, and these are just regular charging. I think that's what that means, or data transfer. It does come with this wireless charging, but I have to take my phone out of the case for it to work. And if we, hit a slight bump on the road, it'll slide slightly. I think they need to change the pitch on this somewhat, lower it a little bit more. It is nice looking to see your phones there, but honestly, I don't like that charging solution. So this third-party thing made a lot more sense to us, and it's been working great. So we can put our charging cords in here. We just need a place to put our phones now. We end up setting them in the cup holders, or we do use this right here. I can put mine in the door over there, in the passenger door. But again, I think that this is kind of something that they should address in the future. Maybe have this adjustable, or where you could take this out and have it just as shelving for your phones that you're charging from here. You can, however, just put your phone in here and charge it too. I think that's what they wanted, to keep the car looking clean. Your cords are in here, your phone's in there, and you can buy aftermarket shelving and stuff, because this is quite deep. It goes back pretty far, and it's long and deep. So you could put your phones in here nicely, but the problem with that is we forget our phones and we'll just walk out of the car. We like to have our stuff up here. But that's probably like, I don't know, at this point I'm splitting hairs, so to speak. The sun's coming up. I gotta be to work by 8. It's 7:05. I mean, it's not really a big deal. Just think it makes more sense to have the option. I get why they did it though, because it doesn't junk up this area, and like this might get damaged, these ports, the way we have them, if we have liquid or something on them. So I guess they didn't want to have something integrated into the vehicle in that sense, but maybe have it like this where you could take it in and out and remove it, and then when you need it, pop it back up or something like that. So that's probably that is one of the things I don't like about it, but it's not a big thing. And not for something I love, and I think they can improve, but they are improving all the time, is the app to the vehicle integration or compatibility. When we went camping, it was great. Like, we're able to do a lot from the app because we're in the back here, and even though that's just right there, it's hard to reach the actual console up here. So we were doing a lot of things through the app, but you can't fine-tune things like you can with this display. So as far as the temperature, we were able to adjust it, but we couldn't get it to exactly how we wanted it. We couldn't turn off the air vents in the back unless we went up to the front, so we just left them on all night. I think that the app should be able to do everything the display can do, at least for the car, not for the driving or anything, but at least for the interior settings of the vehicle, especially while you're not in motion. So as far as camping mode, and then fully customizing the lights, anything you can do from this display on the interior, you should be able to do from the back, even if that means just rolling down one window. Say you're in the back and you want to roll down the front window for a second, you can do that. Maybe you can, and I'm just missing it, but I haven't been able to figure it out. Another thing we noticed too, when we parked it all day at Aquatica recently, we were watching a video and we walked out of the car. We assumed it would turn off, but it didn't. It left the car in theater mode, and we didn't think much about it, but that did continuously play YouTube for the whole time we were at that water park. So we weren't able to to turn on Sentry mode, I guess because the vehicle assumed somebody was in the vehicle, and the doors were locked because we were able to do that, but we didn't have Sentry mode, and that's when you need it the most, is when you're parked next to people and there's continuously an onslaught of people walking in or around your vehicle, you know, between your vehicle. And I thought that was a pretty major flaw. We weren't able to turn theater mode or turn off the video from the app, and it didn't make sense to me why you couldn't do that. We were able to monitor the temperatures and do all that, you know, make sure the vehicle didn't overheat inside, which you can let it get hot. We just didn't want it hot when we got in the car, so we kept it at like 80 degrees or something like that all day. And we did drain a lot of the battery with the video playing and that, and we were okay. We knew we had enough to make it, but I just think that's another flaw, that integration, or is that the word, or the compatibility, or the communication, or the tools that you have from the app that can adjust the interior settings. I understand you shouldn't be able to do anything while you're driving. Like, you know, as I'm driving, someone shouldn't be able to click on their app, open all, you know, but I think you can vent all the windows while you're driving. But I just think like that's something that they need to work on. I love the app. The app is perfect though. I mean, it's just those little things that I think every one of us who own a Tesla have certain different things that we need the app to do for us. Maybe not everybody is going to leave the theater mode on like that, or the video playing like we did. We just assumed it would turn off. So we did learn that day, okay, make sure nothing's playing. It thinks you didn't leave anything in here or anybody in here. But that's just, anyway, I think, and they're always updating the software in the vehicle and the app, so maybe that's something they will address soon. It's just one of those little things. But overall, we are very happy with the vehicle. Here's a look at the windows, the roof, the display. I am very happy with it, and we were able to both sleep in here successfully. That is the mattress unfurled, I guess you could say. So our heads go here. You can adjust the front seats up a little bit if you need more room, and they can lean forward, and you can also prop pillows up there, but then our feet extend into the trunk. And then what's great about that is you can then sit here, put pillows behind you, and then you have this work shelf up here, the back of the vehicle. I could put my laptop up there, or whatever you need to do. If you're eating or something, you can sit your food up there. That's where I kept my phone all night, and anything I needed, like my shirt, and it's pretty comfortable. This was bought on Amazon. It's a trifold, like a memory foam, not memory foam, just a foam mattress. And I slept for 6 hours in here, so it's pretty comfortable. Overall, we need to pressure wash that. Overall, she just locked because I left. Overall, I really do like the Tesla Model 3, and no regrets. I'll just open this more so it's not in the shot. But yeah, no regrets. It's a pretty good vehicle, and I recommend it. The birds are singing. It's time to go to work. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you can, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to see more. Bye.